still 10 yards before touching it. It could be a crucial mistake as they try to come back here in the fourth quarter. Dropping back, it's Dampier. Deep shot toward the end zone. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Boy, he just missed another one, Chris. That would have been touchdown number 4 for this quarterback. Still, what a performance we've seen from this guy today, and he's not done yet.
They keep feeding the running back, but he's had nowhere to go, Zach. They've been dominant at the line of scrimmage. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Moves out of the pocket. It's a deep shot to the right. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Whoa, you talk about a big hit there. I think this guy holds on to this football at a critical 3rd down if this linebacker doesn't lower the blow. Great timing on that hit to prevent the PI call and to get this team to 4th down.
4th down. He's throwing for it. He dumps it off to the tight end. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. There's contact on the throw. Catch made in space. Look out. Oh, and he's free down the left side. Can they run him down? Touchdown, Irish. They were not going to catch him that time.
What a well-designed play here by this offense to get the ball with a gifted tight end. Of course, he's got the size, but here he shows you the speed that he has in outrunning the secondary into the end zone for a big touchdown.
He runs it into the end zone, and those 2 points will tie the football game. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he's going to bring this out a couple yards deep in the end zone. And the returner will be brought down. And the Utah takes the field. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up with their own 14. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And he heads out of bounds, moving backwards on that play. Didn't want to take the hit. Running play goes backwards, makes it 2nd down and 12 now. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Finding some room at the 25. Now here he goes. Touchdown, Utes. And that will give them the lead now.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job, the running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Loses the football. The scramble is on. Oh, what a decision by the returner.
Word of Life mural that some call Touchdown Jesus. Hands are outstretched and the mood is being set by this fantastic light show ahead of this showdown. Welcome everyone to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a team from the American, the Navy Midshipmen, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Some way to start this game. They're lining up for an onside kick. What a way to start this game. Trying to rattle them right off the bat with an onside kick, and it pays off. And Navy will go back on the attack. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. Makes the grab. It's Hutchinson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Back to throw. It's Horvath. Right on the money. They make the stop, but not before he picks up a first down for Navy. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Pulls it in. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. They'll run the screen. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Navy will have it with a 1st and goal. To throw, it's Horvath. Bringing the heat. Get it out on the screen. Beck's going for the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Midshipmen. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. So Notre Dame's offense will have its first possession of the game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So
he's going to take a shot. He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they tacked on the extra point. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. He's in open space downfield. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Boy, last year was a massive success for the Mids under Coach Brian Newberry. They won 10 games, the thrilling comfort behind victory in the bowl against Oklahoma, and the future looks bright.
It does look bright, and it's Drew Cronic in this offense, man. It's so different. They show the spread principles while still keeping the beautiful wing tee that everybody loves. So the variation on offense, Palmer, it made them even harder to stop a year ago.
yeah, it really is a bit of a hybrid in a lot of ways. It used to be tough just when it was the regular triple option, and now you've got some different elements factoring into this as well. Big expectations. That win against Oklahoma got Navy fans really excited for this year.
There he goes. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Chapman. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that person.
Grabs the screen around all kinds of defenders. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Have to put that first down behind them. It's 2nd and goal from the 11. Looking for a man. It's Horvath. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Gets it out fast. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score.
That's a really big completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the first down, but because of it, they're now set up in 4th and very short. And if you're the head coach, you're thinking very long and hard if you're going to go for this one now because of that success you had on that play.
He's stopped. line of scrimmage on 4th and goal, and they'll have it at the 3.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Marcus Freeman added another chapter to the year 3 success stories of Notre Dame coaches taking the Irish to the national championship game, and he looks like a cornerstone coach for the future.
It was so impressive what they were able to do, bouncing back from an early season loss against Northern Illinois when everybody counted them out. He's done an outstanding job recruiting. He's got a great coaching staff. This team is built and ready to make another run.
Yeah, he's got superstar written all over him. He has the next coach to break that ceiling and win a title. Just recruiting up, belief up, discipline up. Notre Dame looks like a national championship contender.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Dropping back, it's Carr. Got a man, it's Fields. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
The sweet feet buy a little time. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down. And here comes the Navy offense. They'll run it to the right. Shakes off the defender. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to listen. Can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Defense trying to take it back. All kinds of room to the right. The 30. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Irish. The defense takes matters into its own.
These as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up, they take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Navy will go back on the attack. Looking to pass. It's Horvath. Got his man. Got room at the 35. Wide open spaces. The 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Navy!
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you You can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
Tie game, and what about this call? Going for an onside kick here in the first half. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's two things he has to think about on one play.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Flanagan. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on 3rd down.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's not going to get there. Stop. 4th down. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for breaks into the open. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Chapman. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
To the air, it's Horvath. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Makes the grab. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Little touch pass to the receiver. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play, and that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on 3rd down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Motion from the back. Caught in the backfield, it's Chapman.
Well, the defense knows that they're going to have to go horizontal sideline to stop this offense. Nice job rallying to the running back who catches that swing pass out on the perimeter.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Trying to get it in. Touchdown, midshipman! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The AT unit on the field.
And listen, my job is to get it to my playmakers like this guy on the outside. He'll do the rest. He'll get in the end zone. Nice catch. Way to finish it with a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
To the air, it's Carr. He spins that thing down the middle. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
Makes the grab. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gonna look downfield again. Lets it fly. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. With the run on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Going for 6. Touchdown! Irish. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Great job of execution in the passing game. QB and his target on the exact same page. The extra point now is going to tie this thing up. And they've got some real momentum here heading in at halftime.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be... There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Well, they haven't been able to get it done on fourth down so far today. They've missed on their first 2 attempts. Is the third time the charm. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Coming out with it, it's Bryant. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And here comes the Navy offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Navy might want to catch this defense sneaking up on 2nd and inches. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He breaks a tackle. Look out, he's got room. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's Horvath. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Irish! The defense gets it done with a huge interception return.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Now they'll run it to the right here. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together, and a fun first half between these rivals. And the standout player on the defensive side of the ball has been that boogeyman back there at safety. They try to run it, he's filling the holes. They try to throw it, he's either picking them off or trying to take dudes' heads off. Good luck making adjustments. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Navy will go back on the attack. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Man, you kind of wondered when were they going to cover this guy. He's been making catches ad nauseum. When was he going to get some special attention? Nice job by the defense. You could tell they were forcing the football there. Broke on the football, almost had the big play.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Finds the tight end. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Caught near the sticks. It's Kent. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Handoff to the lone back. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Now the play fake. Keeps looking downfield. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. The midshipman trying to sail way forward on third and half a mile. Back to pass, it's Horvath. Here's the pressure. On target. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
You gotta love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion, whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long, you're gonna get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Fourth down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the catch. It's Howard. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Runs through a tackle. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Quick pass on the fly motion. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
How about that? You don't see those touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. Oh, the loose ball recovered by the offense, but they don't have enough for the first down. It'll be a turnover on downs. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Last time they had it, just an aerial assault. Precision execution, moved right down the field and put it in the end zone. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Skips away from pressure. Unleashes one. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown by the Irish.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive in the third quarter, march down the field and score. There is no end in sight with these guys.
Looks as if the returner will try and field them. And the ball is loose on the return.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. The head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
Running backs on either side of the quarterback. He'll start this drive firing. Caught behind the line. It's Chapman. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Might be looking to run. And they can't make the play on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the catch. It's Howard. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A fourth down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big fourth down conversion here in the third quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Back to pass, it's Horvath. Complete to the left. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on second down. Looking to fire. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the first down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly, making the tackles. Dropping back deep, knowing he's third and long, but I got to get the guy on the ground and rally to the football. Nice job by the defense.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. On the move to his left. It's incomplete, and will change ends of the field now. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Here's a heat. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. They'll make the stop on the return at the 38-yard line as this defense records an interception.
Well, there's no quitting this defense, I'll give them that. Obviously, they're trailing here late in the game. It seems like the opponent's going to win, but still, they've got guys out there playing the way they're coached to play. Playing with outstanding effort, trying to make plays to claw their team back in the game.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Running back searching for a hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there, it didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys playing with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Back open in the middle. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed it.
He barely got the ball. He just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. Got it behind the line. It's Hutchinson. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Working that left side now. Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Navy!
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he doesn't field it cleanly. It's loose. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Shoots it to the left. Got his man downfield. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up first.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Using his legs to buy some time. Got out of trouble and throws. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
This time he's got his man. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
He's got it. Two-point try is good as they build on this lead. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Creates a little room. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Navy comes to the line facing second and short. Gets the back moving. To the air, it's Horvath. Unloads to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and the hit that time helped force the incompletion.
It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion now setting up third down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Caught. At the 35, he's loose. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Off-play action on first down. Complete to the left. He's inside the 15. And it's a fumble after that huge gain.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
And this is always an interesting spot for me now because you're going to have to go for two regardless. I don't know if it's now or if it's later when you score, but at some point you're going to have to pull the trigger. So that's a you decision, but nice job by this offense getting the touchdown now to give yourself that opportunity to have a choice.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And the quarterback's just going to take a knee.